Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eliza at Eliza Journals. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've never done this on my channel before, but I am so excited to show you all something that I created that you might love as well. So if you want to know what that is, stick around. Okay, so I do get a lot of questions on my Instagram about what I journal and how do I journal and like what do I write in my memory keeping journal. Basically, I get the same question over and over and over. Like, oh my gosh, like what do you write? What do you write every day? And a lot of people do have a hard time trying to figure out like what to write in a journal. It's like they want to journal, but they just have absolutely no idea where to start. So today I'm going to be showing you some journaling cards that I made that may be useful for your experience. So what I have here is I was literally sitting at work today. It's so crazy. I get most of my inspiration from work because sometimes when I finish my work super early, I'm literally sitting at the computer like I'm bored, and I do not like being bored. And I was literally just looking at Canva, and then I don't know, like I just saw these pictures and something just popped up in my head and was like, journaling cards would be so amazing for your Patreons. And it's something new. So I've actually already, if you are a Patreon member, I've already uploaded these in the Patreon, and I'm going to be exploring with everyone else that are not Patreon members how you can actually obtain these journaling cards. So I just created only 2 sets for right now because I really did this spontaneously. So I created some journaling cards for, I would say they're very themed. So for the month of November and for the month of December. Okay, so what I've done is I've already cut out the ones for November, and then I did not cut out the ones for December so that I can walk you through how to actually cut these, and like if you decide to purchase these, how you can actually cut them and make sure that they're the appropriate size for you, or just give you some options on if you want to punch holes in them or not. So for right now, the size of these are a 3x5. So really I'm just playing with the sizes right now. I think it just really depends on what's going to be more comfortable for me and the rings that I'm using next year. So I actually brought out my mental health journal. I've actually already set this up. So this video will be coming out in a couple weeks. And if you are not a Patreon member, I have actually uploaded an exclusive tutorial on how I actually set up my catch-all planner that is not listed yet, but it will be in a couple of weeks. So this crop planner is from Ali Riaz, which she's Philo Planner on Instagram if you follow her, and if you don't, go follow her. So I purchased this from her shop, and right now they are on sale. And y'all know I love crop print, so when I saw these, I literally jumped on these like a couple months ago when she had like the first initial sale that I saw. So I purchased this. I think this is actually a personal wide. It's almost the same size as a personal, but I really think this is a personal wide, which is completely fine because if you just have personal inserts, it still will fit. So I'm just actually going to just open this up and do like a little quick flip through. So it has the secretarial pockets. So I've actually already set this up like I said. And I've already put my top dividers and side dividers in. So my top dividers just tells me what's actually behind that tab, and then my side dividers just tell me like the month that it is. So I have my yearly section, which I created this insert. So if y'all want this insert, just let me know in the comments. It's pretty much like a year in pixels, and then you can set your own key, and then it says I affirm, so you can create your own affirmations. And you can, like, if you decide that, hey, I think I want to like purchase that from you, I'll just try to like upload it to my Patreon shop, and then you can get it that way. So I just actually printed out 2, and I actually printed it out on blank personal size inserts that were already punched. I just pretty much printed this out. And then I have like a monthly tab. So this is my monthly tab. I created this as well. So this is pretty small. So if you have a personal rings planner, you already know that personal rings are really small. So it's like the inserts are just small. So this is just pretty much like for me to just write the date. It's not going to be anything significant. It's just for me to keep track of the days of the week in this particular planner. So this planner is my mental health planner. So it will be all things mental health, journaling prompts, and things like that. Okay, so, and I printed out, so it's 12 of these, because it's 12 months in a year, of course. And then my self-care, I have not printed out my prompts yet, because this is actually where my prompts are going to go. I'm actually rethinking, I don't know. I think I'm going to make a pocket to actually fit in here for my journaling cards to slide in. But let's just actually just flip through this really quick. So then we go into the months, and these headers, like the month headers, came from the divider. So when I ordered the dividers from Amazon, and I can link that below, it came with like the month header, so I didn't have to buy those at all. So, and these were very inexpensive. I mean, very feasible. So I think these may have been like $10 to $12 for 12 dividers. And you cannot beat that, because a lot of places are selling these things for about I seen a company that has 4 for like $12, and absolutely not. Like, I need 12. And then, so these dashboards I also created myself. So if you see something that you like that I'm not offering like on my website, you can maybe just ask me, and I can probably upload it to my Patreon, where you can probably purchase these with or without the month. So y'all just let me know in the comments like what you would like. So then, okay, so now what happened to the back was this paper. So I don't have really like a high-tech printer. I mean, I have a nice printer. It's a HP 6000 series. And sometimes what happens is, because the paper is so light, it's very lightweight, it tends to get stuck in the feeder. So then when it gets stuck in the feeder, the next time I print, the excess ink comes out on the back of the paper, which I absolutely hate. But I was not printing this stuff over, because if you have HP Instant Ink, you know they charge you based on the number of pages that you print. Okay, so this is my January dashboard, and then I have a today ruler, which I got from Amazon. It was like $7 for 4, and it came in like 2 personal and then 2 A5 size, which absolutely was just perfect. So this paper came from Good Inkpressions. This is a 5mm grid, and the grid is blue. I'm not really too much worried about the grid being blue, because people won't even see it. They'll just be looking more so at like what you're writing than if the grid is blue or not. But this is 52 GSM. This is Tomo River paper. I've pen tested it. I can link that video below if you just want to see how this paper reacts to fountain pens. I can show y'all that. So behind each month, I just went ahead and put like 3 pages, because I probably will be writing front and back. Since I've already pen tested it, I know how it will react to fountain pens once you write on the front and back. It does not bleed through. It's a little ghosting, but no bleed through. Okay, so then this is February. And then, so pretty much it is the same setup throughout the entire notebook. So what I did was I added all my dashboards, but I did not add any paper to the rest of the months, because this will only hold about 6 months worth of papers. So I already know when I get to July, I'm going to have to archive January through June, because it's not, all of it is just not going to fit, especially once you're like adding stickers. But this planner, maybe I just won't add as much stickers, maybe just some washi tape here and there. But I want to keep this as functional as possible, because I will be also using this in my therapy sessions with my therapist. And sometimes if you have therapy, it is really vital that you write down some things that you can bring to the therapy session that you can talk about with your therapist. And that's a whole nother video, because the mental health piece is really near and dear to my heart, because I work in mental health. I struggle with anxiety and depression, and no, I'm not afraid to say that. At first, I used to be when I was a little bit younger, because I thought people would think I was crazy. And sometimes when I talk to my psychiatrist, I'm like, I'm not going to tell her this because she's going to think I'm crazy, but I've learned to just be honest. Like, the problem is the problem. And the problem is the problem, and it doesn't make you any lesser or inferior as a person. But that's another video. So let's continue the flip through of showing you my dashboards. And then I have some extra papers in the back. So this is where all the extra papers in the back. So with this particular rings, you actually can get personal wide paper. And if I could redo this over, I would have purchased the personal wide. And I just didn't realize how wide this was until I got the loose leaf ring inserts. So yeah. Okay, so this is like my pen test page. So always have a pen test page in any binder, journal, rings that you have, to see how the fountain pens react to the paper, because you don't want to use especially fountain pens and then it starts leaking through the other side and then your whole spread is messed up. Okay, so this is just an example of how the paper reacts to fountain pens. I mean, even though it's lightweight, amazing. It's almost like this is like the original. I don't know what's going on now with Hobonichi, but it's almost like Good Impression sells the original chemical makeup of Tama River paper. Okay, so now let's get into the journaling cards. So I think that journaling cards are underrated, because sometimes people need something they can use in order to prompt them to journal. Some people aren't just going to sit down and say, okay, I know what to write today, or I know what I want to journal about. So sometimes people that are really just getting started journaling just need a little assistance. So this is where these come in at. So I'm going to be doing some, I guess, different types of journaling cards. Like, they're all not going to be the same. Sometimes they're going to be just prompts. Sometimes they're going to be lists. Sometimes they're going to be affirmations. Sometimes they're going to be quotes. Sometimes it's going to be a mixture of things to get you, to prompt you to where you want to be. So this is not just geared towards beginners, but even if you are like journal enthusiasts and experts, this is also still for you. And I really love the aesthetic of it. So I really wanted to make them themed as much as possible, because I really do love when journaling cards match the season. I mean, because it's just a beautiful aesthetic. So I did print this off on cardstock. It's like a matte finish cardstock. And I printed these off, and let's see. So I printed these, and I already cut these to size so that you can see the size of them. These are 3x5. So this is pretty much like a journaling card. So this says Cozy Vibe. So all 4 of these comes in a set. And then right here, I did some quotes. So these are some quotes to live by, and you don't necessarily have to utilize these, but you can like actually re-journal these in your like mental health journal, or even if you just have like a regular journal for today, you can just copy the quotes. So it's 5 quotes from 5 different people, and they're all credited. So I have one from Walt Whitman, Winston Churchill, Madam C.J. Walker, Aristotle, Theodore Roosevelt, and Ella Baker. And I really, really love these quotes because they're really positive and uplifting quotes. So one of them says, keep your face toward the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you, which is extremely true. And that is by Walt Whitman. And then the next one is, attitude is a little... Ooh, gotta fix that. It was supposed to be thing. So attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference by Winston Churchill. So after this video, I have to go fix that because I do not want anyone to download that with a mistake, and I'm a perfectionist. So and then I have some journaling prompts in this set. So it says, how can I show more gratitude? How can I maintain happiness? What are 3 ways I can show myself and others grace? What is my focus for 2025? How can I strengthen my self-worth? So these are a mixture of just gratitude, gratefulness, focus, strength, and like building your self-esteem and your confidence and self-worth. And then I actually have a prompt list. So these prompts are more so as like you're listing things out that you're aware of. So list 10 things that made me happy today. List 5 movies that I could watch over again. List 1 person I would die for. List 3 foods I could eat for the rest of my life. List 10 of my favorite songs. So these are things that just can really enrich your journaling experience or enrich your writing experience, especially if you're like, hey, I don't really know what to journal. Like, what can I journal about today? And these are I just got these off the top of my head because I'm a writer. Like, I'm always writing. I don't write like AI. I wish I did, because if I wrote like AI, I think I would have, I think I would be rich right now. But so these 4 will actually come in a set, and these will be listed in my Patreon shop, but do not buy these until Tuesday because I need to go back. No, do not buy these. If you want to purchase these, do not buy these until Wednesday because I need to go back right after this video and correct that word. And I really should have proofread that even before I printed these out, because now I'm like, oh my gosh, I have like OCD about stuff like that. Now I have to like reprint these, but I'm just actually going to give these to my mom. She won't notice. Okay, so now what I want to show you is these are square. I'm actually going to show you how to cut these out. And if you want to keep these like this, I will just walk you through how I got this line here and how I got these 2 to a page. So I wish I would have just recorded me like actually going to the settings and printing this. It would have made it a lot easier. Okay, but now when you go to print, I have a MacBook. So I can't speak for HP printers or any other type of brands. But if you have a MacBook, I did not want to waste any paper. And I hate printing front and back, especially journaling cards, because you don't know how the color is going to react on the other side, which is also why I printed this in cardstock. But you're free to print or use any type of paper that you want. So when I went to print, I just clicked print, and then I went to layout, and then it asked me how do I want it to print, and I chose the number 2, which puts 2 pages on 1 page, which put 2 pages on 1 page. So then I go down to, like, you'll see an option if you have a MacBook that says border, and then I just put a thin line border around it. So that's also something that you can do. So, and I did this to just show you all, if you wanted to have it like in a border, and then this will help you like cut it out if you are wanting to hole punch this with like a hole punch. So I have a, let me see, can I find it? So I have a 6-hole adjustable punch where it punches like multiple sizes. And you can actually get this from Amazon. It was really inexpensive. Well, I'm not going to say inexpensive because everyone's financial situations are different, but it was only like, I think $15 to $17. So you can use this if you actually just want to cut this down the middle. So pretty much just cut around this. So you would just cut around the border and then just hole punch it to the desiring size that you want to punch. So this punches all the way down to like a pocket size, but this isn't y'all know this not gonna fit the pocket size because this is 3x5. So now this will probably fit an A5 size. So I have an A5 right here. So if you wanted to hole punch this A5, I would suggest to not use a border if you are going to hole punch it, or just cut directly along the line of the border so that it doesn't look like you punched holes through the actual border. So I would say cut it or trim it first. And then this is literally like, I mean, it's not an A5 because it is a 3x5, but you can still add this in here, and maybe you can tab some dividers across the top, and then you can label it like journaling prompts or self-care. So you can actually do that. You can leave it like this and just hole punch it, or you can turn them into actual like journaling cards like this. And I'm going to like trim this with you all so you can actually see how I was actually able to get mine. Well, it's not perfect, but y'all know what I mean. So I use a Fiskars paper trimmer, and then I always start off with, so pretty much I'm just going to size mine to the actual journaling card. I don't need that extra white space. And the reason why I have the pictures also, the pictures are, it's very strategic. I have pictures here because you know where to cut. So I was smart with doing that, because one thing I don't like is I don't like buying digitals from someone and there are no like you know, the crop margin lines, and I don't even know how to do that in Canva. I'm still researching like how to put like the margin lines or the crop lines, I guess. I don't know. So the pictures that are on here are very strategically placed so that you know exactly where you are cutting, and you don't have to like guess where you need to cut in order to maintain that 3x5. So my first pictures will always, my first journaling card will always have 2 pictures so that you can cut this. So yes, so that you can cut this without trying to like measure. So I was strategic in that. Then now I just need to so now I cut all that off. So now they are pretty much all the same size. So these are 3x5, and I'm also going to just play with the sizes. So I'm actually going to make some that are actually half of this, because I think that would really be cool to have like some that are a lot smaller so that they're more portable than these. So let me show you how you can actually round the corners with a corner punch. Okay, so this is a corner punch, and it's from We Are Memory Keepers, and I've had this for about 4 years. So pretty much this allows you to round the corners of it at different millimeters. So I'm actually going to choose, I guess like the 10 millimeter one, just because. So you just enter it here, and it's a guide, so you will know like where. I actually don't like that, but I'm just showing you. So like if you had like a complete like white background, it would look like so much better. But I'm only gonna do one because I actually don't like the way that looks. But if it was all white with no picture, it would be completely fine. But because you can see the white outline still, yeah, that doesn't look good. It changes the whole aesthetic of it. So I'm actually going to do one. I'm actually just going to give these to my mom and reprint these over. But so if you, that's pretty much like how you can get like round edges. Okay, let's turn this on the back. So you can actually see that it doesn't look bad. So, but I just would suggest leaving them square, especially because I have pictures and I really love the pictures to show like this. I know I don't want the pictures like too small because it just takes away from, it's too much white space on a journaling card. So I really love the aesthetic of the photos. The photos really brings the words to life to me. So, but this is how it would look if it was rounded. But this is how it looked with the picture. So I'm not a round girl. I literally love my corners square. But so that's how that looks. So if this is something that you would love, just let me know in the comments that you would love something like this, and I will actually link below in the description like how you can actually purchase these. But like I said, if you want to purchase these, I'm going to add a couple more tonight in a different size, maybe just like 1 or 2 more sets, so you can check those out as well, and I will make sure I proofread those. But just let me know in the comments how you like the video, if this is something that you would purchase. Of course, you're free to purchase them. So, and if you like today's video, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you tag a person or bring a person over to my channel who is a journal enthusiast and loves journaling prompts and maybe wants something like this to enrich their journaling experience. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.